that.
Well, let me move on and go back to something you said earlier on in your Congressman Boswell, in your opening remarks. You said that as far as tackling the deficit, we all have to participate. How much should all Iowans have to participate if you're middle income, lower income, and those who are well-to-do? Should we be expecting that Leonard Boswell will support tax increases on all of them, since you say we all have to participate?
Well,
or
what we need to do, Gary, and I think you've heard me say this before too, is go back and look at our history. What did we do after World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and so on? Everybody went together, and it didn't take very long. The rich, everybody participated, and we got back down to what we'd call normal growth, and then we continued to grow, and the things happened. Now a proposal comes along that leave out the very wealthy, and the very wealthy don't come and tell me that, but that seems to be the position that Mr. Latham and the others have, and I don't think it's not fair, it's not right. And I started talking about everybody participating before we even heard about the Buffett plan. And when a guy like Warren Buffett makes a comment that he pays a higher, or his secretary pays a higher tax rate than he does, that doesn't wash right. That's not correct. And we built this country going back all the way and reviewing that. Now on a strong middle class, working families, spreading out and making things happen, and that's what we need to do now. And so I would hope that they would step up the plate and do their fair share and make this happen. But, we started 2 wars and didn't pay for them. I tell you what, when I was in Vietnam, if I had come back and said to find out that, well, folks, you endangered your life over here and you went through what you went through, but now come on home and pay for it, that's wrong. And we shouldn't do that. And
so no tax increases on the middle class? No tax increases on the middle class?
I think the middle class are willing to do their fair share, but they don't like to see the exemption or the unfair share go on the very wealthy. And everybody is willing to do a fair share, and that's the way it's always been.
Now, even if in taxing those who make over $250,000 a year, as the president has proposed, majority of businesses, small business, majority of those people are Subchapter S or LLCs, which are the same as Subchapter S essentially for tax purposes, and that affects individual bottom lines. That means that small business people keep saying that if that happens, they may have to lay off workers. Is it worth losing workers or maybe losing business expansion in the small business sector just to say that every rich person is paying their fair share? The people making over
$250,000, Gary, have several opportunities how to manage their resources, manage their funds, and I don't think this is a major concern. At least that's not what I'm hearing, and I'm out there every day. And
so small businesses are telling you that they're not concerned about their taxes going up. Small businesses are telling me they're doing pretty good. I've talked to some just this very day, and I've talked to some about every day, and so there's room for improvement, but things are going well, and they're feeling good. And we talk about the Affordable Care Act, and if the example that Mr. Latham gave, well, I'm willing to go back and tweak on that and raise that to above 50. And we can take some knowledge from what we've learned and move forward. You pass anything major, you got to expect to go back and review it, look at it, and we're not quite at that point yet, but we will be soon. And a number of things are going in place that are really working. And as we have to get feedback, we might need to tweak this or that, as we've done with other things that are major activity. And but overall, it is working, and it's working for the small business as well. And if we need to make some improvements, let's make some improvements. I want to go back to Congressman Latham on that same issue. Are you hearing from businesses that they're ready to have their taxes? Yes. They're willing to have their taxes increased,
and I think we just had the news flash of the evening here on Congressman Boswell. Now he's already said that he wants to raise gas taxes.
Well, in
rural Iowa, that would be devastating. Those people have to drive 15, 20, 30 miles every day back and forth to work, and what that does to their disposable income. But now he said that he wants to raise taxes on the middle class and everyone. And I think that's the story here tonight.